Good morning and welcome back to a new day of daily updates across all of the major dollar pairs. Starting off with DXY on the daily time frame, we can see we've had our break of structuring towards the upside, and this is our current swing range. We haven't quite seen this liquidity low yet get taken before we see that real moving towards the upside occur. However, if we move down onto the 4 hour time frame, as we were speaking about yesterday and this week, we've had our break of structuring towards the downside. We've got our current swing range. Price has now switched internally bullish, so any retracement could then be the fuel to move back up in towards the highs. There's no clear point of liquidity that I'm aiming to target. We've swept the lows, we sweep the highs. I think DXY is difficult right now to look at to find a bias. So we move on to Euro USD. We can see we've had our daily break of structuring towards the downside, and that's our current swing range. We've liquidated this high over here, which means that we could see that real moving towards the downside occur. However, we still have this liquidity high open over here, and for the highest probability shorts, I'd be looking to see that get taken, some confirmation, and then looking to short. If we move down onto the 4 hour time frame though, what we can see is we are swing bullish with a break of structure. This is the swing range that we're trading within. We have switched bearish though on the internal structure, which suggests some further downside. So I'd be aiming for this point of liquidity here, which is also a daily point where we could start to see the bullish momentum kick into the market, and we can be positioning ourselves in some longs. If we go down onto the 1 hour time frame, it is becoming increasingly unclear. We've had our break of structuring towards the downside. We've then had a break of structuring towards the upside. However, there is not a lot of liquidity in this moving towards the downside. So this liquidity could have just been a liquidity swipe to fuel the move further down, especially after switching internally bearish again. We've now liquidated these highs, seen that sell off. So my next target would be this low over here. If we go on to GBPUSD on the daily time frame, we can see we've had our break of structuring towards the upside. This is the current swing range. We've liquidated this low over here before then seeing that bullish momentum kick into the market. If we go down onto the 4 hour time frame, however, we, after seeing a break of structure in towards the upside, we then seen a break of structure in towards the downside. So this is the current swing range that we're trading within, and after breaking this demand zone, creating a fresh area of supply, you could be forgiven for targeting the lows, as we also have equal liquidity still open over here.